Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Jeff coming at you with episode 2 of Accelerate Flow State. Last week we kind of dropped into what is flow, what are the triggers to flow, what gets you into flow, what gets you out of flow. I gave you a couple of resources to take a look at. And so today I want to talk about one of the things that really not only gets me into flow, but keeps me in flow, and that's a morning ritual. So do any of you guys have a morning ritual that you depend on every single day? I know I do, and I've developed it over a period of years, and it has evolved and changed over the years as well. When I first started it many years ago, I guess it was probably maybe 8 or 9 years ago now, I started dropping into yoga classes every morning. So that was my morning ritual. And it was a real stretch in my mind to go and spend that amount of time every morning to myself, because up until that point, I had been in straight up reactive mode. Every single day, I just woke up and it's like kind of stressed out, like, what do I have to do for everybody else? Who's calling me? Who do I have to respond to? What do I have to do for my kids? Like all these different things. And I didn't have any kind of like a centered, grounded approach to life or to my day. And so when I kind of started turning the corner on this and started going to yoga, I had to justify that in my head, and I had to figure out a way to make that make sense. Like, why am I spending effectively 2 hours round trip, get to the yoga studio, do the class, get back home, get up and running, get my day started? Like, how do I justify this 2 hours of time that I'm spending every morning? And for me, it was really just reminding myself that, hey, this is like 10%, less than 10% of my day. And if I do this and I really anchor this in, I'm going to be 30-40% more productive over the day. I'm going to be happier. I'm going to be more well adjusted, like all these different things. And so I had to program myself with that message over the course of years. I did yoga almost every day for 3 years straight. And then when I started transitioning into other practices, it was much easier to have already having that kind of time and the ritual of taking the time for myself, whatever practice that manifests in. So now the way my days are is I don't schedule any calls in the mornings. If at all possible, I don't. There are a couple that come up here and there, but for the most part, I never schedule a call in the morning. I wake up, I'm on my own time. I make sure that I get plenty of sleep. And then once I get up, I always get in an ice bath. I have like a really simple setup with like a soak tub, and it's not expensive or anything. I have a top loading cooler, or a freezer rather, where I freeze ice in buckets, and then I'll put them in the soak tub with the water's already in there, and it'll start cooling down the water. I can get it down to 45 or 50, which is plenty for an ice bath, plenty cold. And I'll go take my shower, get in the ice bath. I get in for 6 minutes, and I listen to some motivational music while I'm doing that. And then I can really kickstart my day, because the ice bath is going to get all those endorphins, hormones, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, everything's going to get everything rolling. My system's going to be woken up in a way that's like I'm ready for the day on my own terms, and not just reacting to everybody else's crap that they're throwing at me. So that's the way that I get going. From the ice bath, I'll go in, I have a nice breakfast, I'll be listening to a podcast, maybe an audio book, maybe just some music that I want to hear to relax, keep me relaxed and calm down. Still not taking any calls. If anybody calls, I don't answer. And then it's usually around like maybe 10:30. Sometimes it's even as late as 11 a.m. when I drop in. But I guess because of this practice of grounding in and being on my own time and on my own terms, I'm able to be so much more productive and start my day in such a powerful way. Once I do get started, it's almost like, I'm not the place in my life where I'm going to wake up at 5 o'clock and do some 75 hard and go grind shit out and battle the day. That's just not who I am. It's not what my nervous system needs. My nervous system needs a calm, relaxed approach where I can be centered and grounded. And once I get that groundedness, I take that groundedness throughout my day. And so the other thing that happens when I'm in the ice bath is it's a meditation. and I'm either meditating on the gratitude that I have for different things in my life in the moment, or I'm meditating on the different things that I want to accomplish, maybe meetings that I have later in the day, people that I'm going to be able to interact with, maybe an event that I'm going to, something that I'm going to be able to collaborate on, that I'm grateful that people value my input and my energy and my abilities and the genius that I bring to the table. And I saturate my consciousness in these things on a daily basis. So then again, once I get started, I get done with breakfast, I get my day started, like those things are going to happen a lot easier. They're going to happen a lot more in flow, and I'm going to be way happier doing them, and I'm going to bring a different energy to those things, a way more intentional energy to those things than I would if I were just waking up and being like, oh my god, I have to do this, oh my god, I have to do that, oh, this person's calling me, I'm freaking out about everything. Like, it's just not, that's I'm not living my life like that. No, that's not what I'm doing. So I highly recommend, if you don't have any kind of a morning practice, to start to develop one. And there's many different iterations of it. There's different ways that you can do it. You can look online. Maybe it's journaling. I started mine with back in the day when I first started doing a morning ritual. It was 20 minutes of yoga, 20 minutes of meditation, and 20 minutes of journaling. And that's what really started it for me. Absolutely life-changing. Absolutely life-changing to spend that 1 hour focused on myself. And since then, every single morning I have that practice in place where I'm focusing on myself, what I need first. Take care of myself, with the oxygen mask on me first, then I can start messing with everybody else, take care of everybody else's stuff, right? So let me know in the comments if you have a morning practice already set up, if you have ideas about how you might want to develop one, if you have any insights or input into the different things that you've been able to accomplish because of it, or the benefits that it's given you in your life. I know for me, it has accelerated my life dramatically, because I am way more able to not only deliver in a state of flow, be more creative and deliver value to people in different ways, but also be way happier in the process, and to be able to continue to accelerate everything that I do in my personal and professional life. So I look forward to seeing your comments on this, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, take care. Peace.